Hello, it's Jen again. I thought I would talk today about the US Census. I know it's so many people's favorite subject. I got mine this week. See? Oh, it's backwards. Oh well, I guess that's what happens when you're on a camera. Anyway, I got it and I'm going to fill it out and I'm going to send it in. And I'm going to tell you why I think the census needs to be filled out. This has nothing to do with the funding for the communities and blah, 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 blah. The reasons really why they want you to fill out the census. This is because, at least in my opinion, the reason why I like to do the census is because of genealogical research. I do genealogy for a hobby, and I do it pretty extensively, actually. Found out quite a bit about my ancestors, so on and so forth. But the census is probably one of the most significant resources for people doing genealogical research. Now, admittedly, this census will not become available public for probably at least like 60 years, and who knows what the laws will be by then. But basically, it's not going to be made public right away, so you don't need to worry about that. And, from what I can tell, the vast majority of the questions are actually fairly tame. I mean, they ask for like your, like your race, your sex, not whether you have it. Get it? Anyway. And that's really it. I mean, it doesn't ask, everybody was saying it was going to ask for things like, how long does it take you to get to work and all that kind of stuff. And I don't see that on here anywhere, which I thought would have probably been kind of interesting. This one really doesn't ask for a whole lot of anything. I mean, it really doesn't. Not that I can tell anyway. Yeah, no, that's pretty much it. So I don't understand why everybody's getting all crazy about it, although I do know why a couple of people get crazy about it. I mean, like Bryce. Yeah. I don't know. I think some people just get a little crazy over it. And I understand, I guess, in some ways, because, it is a little bit of an invasion of privacy telling people that you're, whatever race you are and whether you own your house or not. But quite frankly, I don't care. And maybe I don't know. And that goes into the whole debate of whether you're I guess that goes back to like how conservative you are versus how liberal you are. Because in my opinion, at least it seems like it anyway, that liberals tend to be more trusting of things. They don't seem to get as worried about stuff. On the other hand, I'm not going to say that it doesn't happen. I mean, bad things happen to people all the time. So anyway, I just wanted to talk about that because the census is so useful in genealogical research. And, hundreds of years from now, assuming we're still around, not us personally, but you know what I mean. Anyway, hundreds of years from now, it would be really, really nice for your ancestors to be able to research who you are and what you were about and that sort of thing. I mean, it's interesting to find out what your ancestors were. It just is. Now, anyway, I just wanted to talk about that, and I wanted to make sure that those of you who don't agree with the census, I get your point. I understand it. I don't feel the same way. And I think it's, a little bit of fear mongering or whatever you want to call it if you're going to make it so that people won't fill it out. I think it's just a good thing. I think it's good for us to know our history and our families. And yeah, if you're smart enough to write out your autobiography or whatever, that's great too, because that's actually another source that's very helpful. But for those people that don't do that, which is the vast majority of people, it's very nice to have the census to go to research for that sort of thing. So, with that said, please, please, please fill out the 2010 census and send it in as soon as possible. So that is my public announcement, public service announcement for today. Oh, and please excuse the fact that I'm doing this in my pajamas and that I have no makeup on. It's a Saturday, for goodness sakes. You gotta relax. So, and no, I haven't been in my pajamas all day. All right. I'll talk to y'all later, and hopefully I'll have another topic for you maybe later today or tomorrow or whenever I think of something. So, alrighty. Bye.